Okay, what we currently know as the Internet or the World Wide Web is essentially a huge collection of documents spread around the world and databases. And it's growing so fast now that it's estimated that it's over 500 billion pages and databases. And nobody can manage that anymore. So what we need right now is systems that actually mine facts from the textual web and bring that to a level where the concepts that and how they are related, the facts, are represented in a way that is much easier for humans to understand, but also for computers. So that very complex information problems can be handled by computers and by people in a much more effective way than what happens today, where you type any query in the World Wide Web via Google or another search engine, and essentially what you get is an enormous load of documents that come to you, and it's very difficult to find out what is the most relevant information there. That is the big change that is needed now. This is my first CRICS conference, and the first one in Cuba. I remember we were still struggling with, I remember my talk was the end of privileged information. So in those days we were still very happy that there was a chance that information became more open. It's called now open access. So it's not any longer stored behind the firewall of Elsevier and other publishers. And you see a big change from Cuba to last year. We had last CRICS, we had a declaration on open access in Salvador. And now open access is really becoming the norm. People really like it, and that makes that all the information becomes also better available for countries in the south. But also it contributes to the enormous information overload, because now everything is open, so you can find it. And I think a very important element of the CRICS conferences is that Barend is able to bring many people from around the world, not only from the region, together, that meet up and do new things. In fact, what we have been just publishing with Abel Bakker also on the paper is something that started at the previous CRICS in Salvador. I was in a session with Jimmy Wales, the founder of Wikipedia, and we made this plan to set up Wiki Professional, which was a long way to go, but it was published about 3 months ago. And the 3 of the people that were in that session speaking at CRICS have been collaborating very hard to get this done. Jan Veltop, Jimmy Wales and myself, and many others. So you also see that the CRICS conferences have a global impact, and I would like to re-emphasize what I did many times, that CRICS and in general, Barend and the whole library development here in Latin America is essentially far ahead of what happens in Europe and the United States. So it's a very powerful tool that comes out of the information needs that are here in the South. And I think you can be very proud of that. It's a real important conference. That's why I come all the time, even if it's a long way to go for me from the Netherlands. But whenever Abel invites me, I come.